Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Financial Gallery. It is me again. And today we're going to talk about what is an ETF. So basically, the fancy word for it is exchange traded fund, right? But what does that mean? It's basically a basket of stocks that's traded under a single name or ticker name, right? Kind of synonymous there. Like for Apple, it's APPL. Microsoft, it's MSFT. And those are also companies or stocks that I've talked about previously. So under this ticker name, right, it holds multiple underlying assets rather than just one, like just Apple or Microsoft. So examples of that are the Nasdaq 100, which is QQQ, and S&P 500, which is SPY. And my computer is messing up a little bit. Okay, right. So there we go. S&P 500. So now, boom, just talking about the Nasdaq 100. This tracks the top 100 stocks traded on the NASDAQ exchange, right? So what does that mean? That's essentially saying, okay, let's track the points per game of the top players on the East Coast in the NBA. Boom, right? So if this index were to go down 10% one month, right, you might be like, oh, what's going on? Are the players hurt? Are, is the league becoming more even? Is there less, superstars, right? It's just a good way to view the overall trend of what's going on, right? So the current price of this is $405. The dividend yield is 0.62%. So, every year you're getting that back. And expense ratio is 0.20%. So essentially what that means is for every $500, you'll pay about $1 in fees. And you can calculate that by doing one divided by the percentage there. So Google Sheets is being weird. Okay, here we go. So now this is the top holdings for the NASDAQ 100, right? So we got Apple at the top. We can see it's very technology focused. Microsoft, Amazon, Broadcom, right? So for every $400 that you put in, or $100, $20, however it is, right? 9% goes to Apple. 8% of that money goes to Microsoft. 4.8% Amazon. 4% Broadcom. 3.8%, 3.58% Meta, right? It just kind of goes down and down and down. So that's essentially how it works. And we can also see that this ETF is very technology focused, right? We got communication services and also consumer cyclical as well, which is kind of like our wants. Like you don't need a Tesla, right? But you may want it. So that's what consumer cyclical means. Now the S&P 500, right? So this tracks the top 500 stocks traded on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, kind of the same difference here, right? Now, imagine saying just the East Coast. Let's track the top 10 players on the East and West Coast, right? Let's check their points per game there. Just a more broad focus. So it shows, you can have different philosophies about what these ETFs can track. Current price is about $473. You're getting about 1.4% of dividends back, and the expense ratio is 0.09%. So then again, 1 divided by 0.09% is about $1,100. So for every $1,100 that you put in, you'll pay about $1 in fees. So relatively cheap for the service that they provide. And if we look at the holdings for the S&P 500, slightly different, but we can see the ones at the top kind of the same. Now there's 500 companies. So Apple was 9% before, now it's 7. Microsoft was 8-ish, now it's closer to 7, right? So we follow down the list there, but we can see things are a little different. We have Berkshire Hathaway and JP Morgan and Chase at the bottom. So technology is still leading the way, 29% versus 50, I believe, or 49 for QQQ. Then the next one we have is healthcare, about 12%, right? And then financial services, which is not far behind. So the sector weightings are a little bit different, but as you still see, technology is leading the way. So in comparison, the NASDAQ 100, right? Just want to compare it here, about 49% technology, 15% communication services. That's like Google and Meta. And consumer discretionary or cyclical, that includes Amazon, Tesla, etc. The S&P 500, technology still leading the way, 29%, healthcare at 13%, and financial services, which are about 12. So then again, we can see how different philosophies can be implemented for these ETFs. You can track, right? So let's go to the next slide, right? We can track technology, we can track healthcare, we can track financial services, we can track real estate, we can track energy or utilities. The list kind of goes on. There's a lot of ETFs that track different ideas, philosophies, sectors, industries, etc. So for now, that is just a high level overview of what an ETF is. Moving forward, I would definitely enjoy getting in more depth. But I hope those who got this far, I was able to provide some value to you. Thank you for those who show me love. Yeah, that's it for now. Peace, love, positivity. See you next time. Oh, and also, I look to drop videos every Monday around 8 p.m. If I run into something on a Monday, then so be it. But that's my goal every Monday, 8 o'clock. So see you guys next week. Peace.